Coming up in this episode.
So, where have I got to with the old Vanagons? Shenanigans, but Vanagon. Yes.
Is my 70 litre Fiamma water tank.
I feel like I'm at a Malcolm Gladwell tipping point. I feel like very soon everything is going to start coming together rather quickly, which is good.
Dad did a fantastic job working on the cradle for the water heater, so I made this cradle the other day. He's then just continued with it to make sure that the strap doesn't slide off. I mean, it's not going to go anywhere.
So I've decided to go with an internally fitted water tank rather than an external underslung tank. This is because I'm taking the van to the French Alps in the middle of winter, and I don't want to have to worry about water freezing or overcomplicating things by adding in heating elements or temperature sensors into the tank. So just decided to keep it simple on this one and go for the internal tank. So in this episode you'll see me making a cradle to house the tank in to make sure that it doesn't move around while I'm driving. So I'm just making a really simple timber frame out of 18mm by 44mm timber battens, which I cut to size and then join them together using pocket hole joinery. If you don't already know what pocket hole joinery is, I'd recommend that you check out a channel called Woodworking for Mere Mortals. I'll put a link at the top here, and there's some really good videos. So if you just want to learn the basics, Woodworking for Mere Mortals is a great resource for you.
So I've just created this box thing for the water tank. So the water tank's just gonna, let's get that angle, sit in here, and then I'll have some straps going over the top of the tank. This will be screwed to the floor of the van. So I've just made that. I'm just waiting for the glue to dry on it. I had my dad along to help today, so he worked on mounting that to the floor of the van. I built a little cradle for it to sit in, and then we bought some straps and just making sure that's all secure. And then he drilled the holes in the tank and put the fittings on for the filler hose and then also the pipe that goes to the water pump. He had some problems with that. The fittings that were supplied with the tank were shit, which meant that you couldn't, it's a screw fitting, and you couldn't really tighten the screw enough without the threads slipping. So it's plastic fittings, and you just couldn't get enough tension on the threads of the fittings to stop it from leaking because they were shit. So you had to go and buy some aftermarket fittings, which was a pain in the ass. He buggered around with that for a long time, but he got there in the end. Bless him.
So this is the cradle that I made for the water tank to sit in. I just used some pocket holes just to create the frame. Originally it had a back edge as well. You can see at the moment it's only got 1, 2, 3 edges. But yeah, just modified it by taking off that back edge so I can get the tank closer to the wall. It's just got a ply base which is screwed to the floor of the van, and then there's also 2 through bolts that look a bit like that, that go through the metal floor of the van, and there's actually the nuts for those, there's captive nuts that are integral to the floor of the van, so it's very it's solid, it's not going anywhere. And then just put this sticky backed foam, insulative foam on the ply base, then put these cargo straps, they go all the way underneath the wood pops out the other side. They've got big washers on the bottom there, so you can't pull them through. And then I've just fitted these like bridge brackets so that the straps don't slide around too much. And then the tank just sits in there, and I'm just going to add insulation here. I really don't want my water to freeze, so just make sure that it's nowhere near any bare metal or anything like that. Dad did a fantastic job working on the cradle for the water heater. Scalloped out this here so that we can get the inspection hatch off. He then fitted this, which is the outlet to the water pump, and scalloped out a section of it there. You had to get an aftermarket nut because the one that Fiamma was supplied with the tank was shit. You couldn't get any tension on it. He then just drilled out that hole there, so that's the filler pipe. I might need to get a slightly longer hose, but yeah, there's the filler point. I'll fill the tank, then obviously fitted these straps. You know, the base isn't going anywhere, and then I've just used these cargo straps. 2 of them, if I might need. I mean, it's not going to go anywhere. The frame is such so that it can't slide forwards, it can't slide backwards, it can't come this way, it's not going to tip over. But maybe I'll need a 3rd strap just around the top there, sort of holding it against the wall.
Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Lots more content on the way. Cheers.